about getting started? I know there's a lot of people who are excited to see you perform as an LSU Tiger.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see all the fans and the culture and just how this team works together against another team besides scrimmages and stuff. But I'm really excited.
What brought you to LSU? What was the overarching factor that brought you here?
It was just the culture when I stepped on campus. Whenever I came for my visit, they were all like family, and all the girls were so inviting. Obviously, the atmosphere with all the fans, and just being able to having the opportunity to pitch and hit also brought me here, and I just love everything about it.
You talked about it, just you're ready to kind of obviously face someone else in a different uniform. Is that kind of a sense of the whole team to kind of get the season going and really kind of gauge where you guys are at?
Yes, we've been scrimmaging a lot, so we're all pretty excited to play other opponents and just get the game started.
Do you have any expectations for yourself? Or are you kind of putting any on it, or is it just kind of just easing in and getting used to everything?
I'm just easing in, getting used to everything, because I really don't know what to expect my freshman year of college. Like, it's different than high school and travel, so I'm just going to go with the flow and do whatever Coach tells me to do and just see how the games go.
I know it's been a short amount of time, but learning under Sydney, how's that been?
I love working with Sydney. She's very sweet. She's fun to be in the bullpen with. I learn a lot from her. We do throw a lot of different pitches, but that's really fun to watch and see and grow from.
Has Beth given you an idea of how she's going to use you this weekend, or how many times you're going to pitch, or anything like that?
No, sir. We haven't gotten any information on that, but I'm just excited to play whenever I can and whenever she needs me.
Going back to the relationship with Sydney, do you have any specific examples or maybe things you kind of picked up, whether it's actual pitching or if there's any mental side of things?
It's kind of everything. Just watching her demeanor on the mound, getting hits off of her, or like how she faces walks and stuff like that, and also just seeing her form and her mechanics and seeing how well Coach Frank works with her. Just taking little things each day, just seeing things that I can improve with.
During this training camp, have the coaches leaned you more towards one side of the ball? Because I know you can hit and pitch. Have they leaned you more towards one side?
No, they are very positive with both sides of the ball. Coach Bryce is very positive with me. I work with him, and I also pitch with Coach Beth, and all the coaches they're like, go both ways, whatever you want to do. So.
Do you have family in to see your first college game?
Yes, my parents are coming in, I think on Thursday or Friday to come watch. I'll have family from in Tennessee come down and watch some of our games. But the first weekend we have here coming up, it'll be just my parents.
I guess starting the season against Charlotte, you made it to 2 straight regionals. Starting the season strong. How does that help the team moving forward? Or I guess starting off the season strong gets a tough opponent.
Oh yeah. I think we're pretty prepared. I think this team works well together, and just coming out knowing our strengths and what we can do to other teams, and just being able to have confidence in ourselves is going to be good.
Hi, so year 2. How are you feeling about this upcoming softball season? Oh, no, you're good.
I'm feeling super excited. This is kind of like a new era of LSU softball. A lot of young girls this year, so I'm super excited.
How big a head start do you feel like you got last year? You got to play quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. No, that experience I got last year was great, and I definitely feel a lot more comfortable going into this year having that experience, but yeah.
Even though you have some butterflies anticipating this weekend?
Definitely, but I think more excitement, for sure.
You mentioned the new era aspects. That's kind of a talk about topic inside the locker room. This is kind of some new blood in the room.
Not necessarily. I think we've talked a lot about our speed and our athleticism that we have that might be a little bit different this year, especially on our offensive side. It might be a different style of play.
How does that maybe work for you, the way you play the game? Do you like playing more like that?
I do. I'm a slapper. Speed is my game, so I love that type of play.
I know you had gotten a surgery back in 2023 with your heart condition and everything like that. Were you ever worried about getting back on the field, fighting and everything?
Not really. The doctors did such an amazing job, and they really only told me the recovery was about a week long. So I was back pretty fast, and I felt like normal.
So no missing softball at all, no practice?
I did have to miss only a couple days, which I was kind of fortunate about considering, but yeah.
And what would you, what advice would you give a collegiate athlete, high schooler, middle schooler, anything that probably had your same condition and everything?
Well, first I would say go get your physicals, go get checked. I was fortunate enough that they caught it pretty soon. Now I'm just saying, keep going.
And talk about your class that you came in with. You're kind of seeing some of the growth. It's going to be exciting to see another year of kind of the system.
Yes, I know my class, especially, we came in with a lot of fifth years, and we got to learn from them and grow from them. Like Jayden in left field, playing behind Allie Newland. I know everyone's super excited to get out there.
And what about this freshman class? Kind of stands out those scrimmages?
I would say their speed. Like I said earlier, that all of them have super good speed, and they're just eager to get out there like the rest of us.
A lot of new players getting plugged in. You feel like the chemistry has been pretty good during practice?
Definitely, yes. Especially because we're all kind of young. We're getting used to everything together. It really bonds us for sure.
You get the emphasis from Beth that you're going to be primarily second base. Are you they're going to try you at other positions?
Well, I've been practicing primarily at second, so never know. But that's where I've been practicing.
How's the chemistry been with Avery Hodge?
It's been good. We were in each other's individuals from day one, so naturally we kind of grew great friendship.
Mm-hmm. And on the field, the chemistry on the field?
Yes, it's great. From practicing every day, fall games, we've gotten to know each other and have built good chemistry out there.
Is there a sense of scrimmaging and playing each other? Is there a sense of kind of ready to play someone else in a different uniform?
Yes, we've been talking about this, especially coming back this January. We're ready for someone else to be in the other dugout.
Are you also happy not to face Sydney and Jayden having her in practice?
Yes, but obviously it's very good for us and prepared us for whatever we face, for sure.
Just talk a little bit about Jayden. Have you seen a picture like her before?
It's funny. I have heard about her coming here, it feels like, for the longest time, so her finally being here is just amazing. And, as a freshman, coming in is hard, and I think she's just adapted so well. And like they've said, we haven't had a lefty in a long time, too, so even just facing a lefty during practice, we haven't done that in a while, so she's been doing great.
Describe what it's like facing her. What's your hitting philosophy?
Hitting philosophy?
Against her.
I remember early on in the fall, the rise ball, she would get me on quite a bit, so I just try to force her down in the zone, but yeah.
Is that the toughest pitch for her?
Maybe for me to him. She has a lot of good stuff coming in, so yeah.
Is it just that much more impressive, just how she's kind of making this transition? Obviously, it's to play, but it's really hard to make that transition from high school, and she's honestly making it.
Yes, no, something about her, she's very composed, and I think as a pitcher you have to be, but still, as a freshman, it's very impressive.
Do you feel that you're more prepared to face a lefty in SEC play now after facing her for so long?
Definitely, because she has good stuff, so yeah.
You expecting a tough one tomorrow night against Charlotte? 2 straight regionals?
Yes, we talk all the time. Every opponent, we're just playing LSU Softball, but every team's going to show up and give us everything they have.
A lot of times coaches talk about breaking the season up into a kind of different season in the non-conference tournament. What are some of the things that you are trying to outline that you want to kind of prove before you get to conference? What are you trying to prove in this non-conference?
Well, we kind of just talk about a process, we just have to be better than Charlotte. We just have to be better than Southeastern, one game at a time pretty much. But just building off of each other. We've talked a lot about building each other up because it is a game of failure, so just building our chemistry, playing other teams other than ourselves, for sure.
Some teams have a team mantra that you kind of go with throughout the season. Is there any ideas what y'all are going with this season?
Yes, we've started, actually last night we started saying our story on 3, just because again it is kind of a new little era, so we're just writing our own story this year.
Would you say this is like a redemption story from last season to this season or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't think necessarily revenge, or just kind of, like I said, a new start, a new story, our story this year.